Write a short note on dying declaration. A dying declaration is a statement made by a person who later dies, explaining the cause of his death or the circumstances that resulted in his death. Such a statement becomes relevant in cases where the cause of the person's death is in question. It is an important exception to the general rule against hearsay evidence and is accepted by courts because a person on the verge of death is believed to speak the truth. The principle behind admitting a dying declaration is based on the belief that a person who is about to die has no reason to tell a lie. When a person realizes that death is near, all motives for making false statements disappear, and therefore the statement made by him is considered trustworthy. Thus, a dying declaration is given great importance in evidence law. The provisions regarding dying declaration are contained under Section 26(1) of the Bhartiya Sakshya Adhiniyam 2023. It provides that statements made by a person regarding the cause of his death or the circumstances of the transaction that resulted in his death are relevant when the cause of his death comes into question. An important feature of this provision is that the statement remains relevant whether the person expected death or not at the time of making it. It can also be used in any proceeding where the cause of death is in issue. Illustration. Suppose A sets fire to B's clothes with the intention of killing him. Before dying, B states, A poured kerosene oil on me and set me on fire. If B later dies due to those injuries, his statement becomes a dying declaration and can be used as evidence against A. A dying declaration may be made orally, in writing, through gestures, signs, or even by electronic means, provided the meaning of the statement can be clearly understood. The court have repeatedly held that a true and voluntary dying declaration does not require corroboration. There is no strict rule that it must be supported by additional evidence. In Tarachand versus State of Maharashtra, the accused poured kerosene oil on his wife's clothes and set her on fire before her death. She stated that her husband had committed the act. The court convicted the accused solely on the basis of dying declaration. Thus, a dying declaration is an important rule of evidence because it helps courts discover the truth and ensure justice, particularly in cases where the victim is no longer alive to testify before the court.